my microphone died halfway through the first time I tried filming this, so we'll see if it sustains. Anyways, hello, if you've been here before, welcome back. If not, hi, my name is David. I make videos talking about media that I want to talk about. I wanted to do more film stuff on my channel, so I wanted to talk about the recent Oscars that just aired last Sunday. Was not able to watch it because I work every Sunday, and so I don't think I've been able to watch any Oscars for the past few years that I've cared about wanting to watch the Oscars. So I'm just going to talk about the categories and the nominees and the winners. I don't really have anything more insightful or revolutionary to talk about. Most of my opinions are also based on what other people have said, but I do just want to acknowledge the winners, nominees, stuff like that on my channel because I want to talk more about these. This is the 98th Academy Awards, and I guess a goal would be to be able to talk about the 100th Academy Awards with more knowledge and have more experience talking about films to have that on my channel. But anyways, yeah, these are just some comments and thoughts on the Oscars and stuff like that. I'll be going in order of presentation. Yeah, so we'll go from there. And the chapters below you can also skip over if you want to hear about specific things or not. So first off, we have actress in a supporting role, which was won by Amy Madigan, who this was for her role as Aunt Gladys in Weapons. And Weapons, this was the only nomination it had in the Oscars, which I think it deserved a bit more nominations in the Oscars, maybe for editing, sound design as well, probably, and maybe directing. I would have liked to see a nomination. They probably wouldn't have won, I don't think, but at least having a nomination, one other nomination, would have been nice. But they didn't. But at least the one nomination that the movie did have, they won, which is great. In terms of nominees, sometimes I'll just mention if the movie I saw it was there or not, or any other special thing. For actress in a supporting role, Elle Fanning is nominated along with Inga Ibsdottir Lilius. I apologize if I mispronounced that. Both for their roles in Sentimental Value. I did not watch that movie. I do want to though, and it's kind of funny that they had a little bit higher chance for them two to win, but they didn't. And then Teyana Taylor from One Battle After Another had some buzz around, and some people were kind of upset that Wunmi Mosaku did not win for her role as Annie in Sinners. I loved her role as well. I would have liked her to also have won supporting actress, but Amy Madigan as Aunt Gladys is a pretty good choice anyways, and so I'm more or less happy with that. Also, I guess relevant, my boyfriend and I are I'm here watching Westworld. He's watching it for the first time. Westworld has Ed Harris in it. Ed Harris and Amy Madigan are married. So I did text him when I found out that they were married. Hey, Aunt Gladys and the Man in Black are married. And so, funny thing there. Next category is animated feature film. The winner was K-pop Demon Hunters. I had heard about the movie. It came out on Netflix, I believe, if I remember correctly. And I don't have Netflix, which will affect things later. I don't have Netflix. I wasn't able to watch it, but then they decided to release it in theaters. And so I went to watch it with my boyfriend, and that was really fun. It was also last minute, so we had to sit at the very front row. And there were three young girls, because this is a children's movie, who were sitting right next to me, and they were having the time of their life, dancing and almost hitting me, which, if I was a worse person, I would probably have said something, but I did not want to take away their joy. I just leaned away a bit more and just let them have it. But they were having the time of their life, dancing and singing to these songs. And so that was just a fun experience. I also saw, for the nominees, Arco, I did not see, but I saw a lot of trailers about it. I believe it's French. Elio, I did not see. Zootopia and Little Amelie did not see either. I don't really want to watch Zootopia 2. Maybe Elio in the future. It's on Disney Plus. I'll just have to get around at some point. Animated short film, I didn't I don't know any of the nominees. The winner was The Girl Who Cried Pearls, stop motion short film. I guess in relation to what I like, there's a stop motion horror film, The Wolf House, I believe it's called, from Argentina, I believe, or Chile, Chile, I think, one of those two. South American stop motion horror film, really good. That came out a few years ago, 2019, I want to say. That's also might be wrong. I just connection because it's stop motion, but they're very different movies, I assume. I don't know. I'm just trying to draw connections here. Costume design, the winner was Frankenstein. I saw a lot of people on Twitter talking about this win and how the costume designer also designed costumes for Guillermo del Toro's other movie, Crimson Peak. Crimson Peak, I did watch, loved it, really loved Crimson Peak, and the costumes were amazing there. And I saw some stills of, oh my god, what's her name? Mia Goth playing two different characters, having amazing dresses, and so I was like, yeah, that makes sense. It won costume design. Other nominees of the movies that I watched, Hamnet and Sinners, were also nominated for costume design. I can't really say for sure if I agree with the Hamnet thing. I don't know enough about costume design to be like the costumes in Hamnet were like really good to be nominated, but at least in Sinners, the costumes there, specifically with Smoke and Stack, were really good, and so I would say that was deserved nomination. But from what I've seen of Frankenstein, oh yeah, those costumes are amazing. Next category, makeup and hairstylings. I'm assuming this is makeup in terms of normal face beat, and then like wigs and hair and stuff like that. Uh, I believe visual effects is where you get into like the prosthetics and stuff. But this is just normal makeup and stuff like that. Frankenstein won this. I don't know enough about it to say if I agree or not. But Sinners and The Ugly Stepsister were nominated. The Ugly Stepsister, I want to watch, have not yet watched, but I do want to. I'm kind of afraid to because it's body horror, but I assume that it has some great makeup stuff because of that body horror. That might actual effects. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where special effects for like prosthetics and stuff would fit into the categories. But I think this one, makeup and hairstylings, is for like body stuff or face stuff, and then visual effects is for body stuff. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Anyways, next category is best casting. I believe this is the first year that they are doing a best casting category. I did watch a video from Studio Binder about why it's good to have casting, why it's important. I was not fully paid attention and was doing other things at it, but I heard it. I need to rewatch it at least. And the winner here was One Battle After Another. Great star-studded cast. I heard. I don't know. I have not been able to watch it. I do want to though. And then other nominees, Hamnet and Sinners. I would say Hamnet, good casting. It's pretty small compared to like Sinners, where all the cast is just amazing. And I think a lot of people would agree that Sinners could have been another good choice. But I'm not fully sure about that. I'm not well versed in the casting side of things to fully know. The next category was live action short film, which was a tie between the singers and two people exchanging saliva. This is apparently something interesting here. It's a tie. It's the 7th ever tie that has occurred in Oscars history. The prior tie that happened was in 2013 for the 85th Oscars Academy Awards, which was for Best Sound Editing for Skyfall and Zero Dark 30. Both movies I did not watch, but those were ties. And then I was just looking at the list saying, like, what other tie should I mention that's like notable for me in terms of movies I watched or actors or culture or something. I don't know. In the third tie ever happened in 1969 for the 41st Academy Awards, and the category was Best Actress, which was tied between Barbra Streisand and Katharine Hepburn, both pretty prolific gay icons. So I just wanted to mention gay icons. I never knew that they had tied for Best Actress before, and I don't know how history looks at that tie. I don't know. I'm not sure. Then we have actor in supporting role. The winner here was Sean Penn. I'm not familiar with One Battle After Another. I know he is the antagonist, I believe, a really like terrifying antagonist. I saw Sean Penn in. I liked him in The First, which is a TV show that I watched on Hulu. That was canceled after the first season. I liked him there, but I don't know enough about. I believe he has some abuse allegations, and so there's we got to separate from that. And he also didn't appear at the Oscars. He wasn't there to claim the reward, and people were fine that he wasn't there. So he's probably, I don't know about him, allegedly. This is all alleged, but he wasn't there, and it's a good thing. Allegedly. The other nominees, Benicio del Toro, also for, well, okay, so actress in a supporting role, two actresses from one movie, but neither of them won. But here, two actors from one movie, one of them did win. So higher chances. It was Sean Penn. Benicio del Toro was also there. I've seen some memes about some of his line deliveries that were really good. Jacob Elordi, I heard a lot, was really good. Stellan Skarsgård's just a really good actor in Sentimental Value and everything else. I'm watching right now Andor, and he's really good in that. But Delroy Lindo, amazing in Sinners. And I agree with a lot of people that he should have won for Best Supporting Actor, but whatever. The next category is writing for adapted screenplay, which is kind of what I want to do, adapting work into a screenplay format. And so the winner here was Paul Thomas Anderson for adapting a screenplay for One Battle After Another. I'm not sure what it's being adapted from, but I really want to watch this movie now because it's won a lot of Oscars. And so I wonder what it's adapted from. I'm not fully sure. I should have looked into that before this, but whatever. And then nominees, there was Begonia was adapted from I believe it's South Korean movie of a similar concept, but a lot more goofier than it actually was. But then of what I've actually seen, Hamnet was nominated. Chloe Zhao and Maggie O'Farrell wrote the screenplay, which is adapted from the book Hamnet, written by Maggie O'Farrell. So Maggie O'Farrell both wrote the book and then the script along with the director of Hamnet. So that's really fun. The next category is writing for original screenplay, which is also something I'd want to do. I find myself when I'm writing harder. It's harder. It's getting easier. It was harder when I first started. It's getting easier the more I'm getting used to the format and getting used to writing scripts. But I used to say that it was really hard for me to think of original work in script format. It's getting much easier. It's still working towards that. But Ryan Coogler won the Oscar for original screenplay for his script for Sinners, which I would love to read at some point because I've heard a lot of good things about that script. And I did not watch any of the rest of the movies in the nominees, nor did I recognize the writers themselves. Like I tried looking in to see if they've written something else, didn't see anything that I knew about. Last category, production design, the win went to Frankenstein. The nominees, notable to me, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. In terms of production design, Hamnet had some pretty good ones, especially with like the nature scenes, and then the Globe Theater, and then their house, really good production. And then Sinners, the Juke Joint, really great location and set. I don't know anything about Frankenstein, but from what I've seen, it looks pretty gothic, and yeah, points there. The next category, visual effects. I believe here that's where we're getting into both like CGI, prosthetics, practical effects, stuff like that. The winner was Avatar: Fire and Ash, which I have not seen that movie. I don't care to. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's fine. I don't want to anymore. I only watched the first Avatar, and that was fine. And I went to the rides in Disney in Animal Kingdom. That's enough for me. And then other nominees, Jurassic World Rebirth. I had watched. I liked it. It was good. Jonathan Bailey, really hot. And then other nominee for visual effects, Sinners. I would assume also this is taking into anything with Remick and the vampires, the glowing eyes, and then when Remick gets like messed up in his face, I assume that's all. That looks really cool too. But with Avatar, obviously everything is all CGI, I believe. So it kind of like has to win this. I don't know. I don't know. I have not seen it. I'm sure it's amazing. Next is documentary short film. I have not seen any of these, and the winner was All the Empty Rooms. I believe one of these next few I cannot watch because it's only on Netflix. I think it's this one that's only on Netflix. And then the next category is the documentary feature film, so longer version, and also none of the nominees I've seen. I should watch more documentaries. I just haven't. The winner here was Mr. Nobody Against Putin. I do like the poster, the movie poster for it, and I think this one I can watch on Amazon Prime. My boyfriend has Amazon Prime. The category of music for original score, the winner went to Ludwig Göransson for Sinners. He also scored Ryan Coogler's other movie, Black Panther, and then Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And I specifically remember listening to the Black Panther soundtrack, which is really good. He also scored a handful of other things recently, but that's the one I remember right now. And the nominees that I want to note, Alexander Desplat, who scored for Frankenstein. He also scored Guillermo del Toro's other film, Shape of Water, which I love Shape of Water. It's one of my top 4 films. And Alexander Desplat's score is beautiful in that movie. Love it. And then Max Richter, I believe, for Hamnet. Prolific musician, used his song, I forget what it's called. I'm literally blanking right now, but it's the famous song for that last scene that really hit really hard. And like I was watching it and I was feeling the emotions of this last scene. If you can hear my upstairs neighbors, I'm sorry. I was feeling emotions, and then like 3/4 of the way, I was like, I know I recognize this song. Well, how do I recognize this song? Oh, it's Max Richter, who has released this song prior and just used it for this film. This music has been used in many other films as well. But it's just a great score overall as well. But the winner does go to Sinners, which I also listened to that album. Really good album. The next category is Best Sound. I believe this is about like sound design specifically. The winner here was F1, which I don't care to see. The nominees here are Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. I don't know enough about sound to really critique it. I need to take a class about it and maybe learn a bit more about it, and then it can be like, oh yeah, this is really good sound. But in my production class last year, we also watched a video about how good the sound design was for Dune, and so that made me kind of interested in learning more about sound design. But yeah, I don't know anything about here. Congrats to F1. Next is film editing, the winner being One Battle After Another. Note, a lot of people went really happy on Twitter because the winner, Andy Jurgensen, the editor of One Battle After Another, kissed his husband as he was going up, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, he's gay," and he edits, and it's like, it's really great that people are talking about the editing, because I've seen that clip that everyone loves about the character driving and the chase scene, and how that's like so well edited. And I want to learn about editing because I feel like editing would be a great foot into the door of film stuff. And so a great inspiration, Andy Jurgensen. And then Michael P. Shower, I have my notes nominee. I believe that's probably the editor for Sinners. I just didn't write that down in my notes. But Sinners was also probably nominated for film editing. I have all the information on the front, so if I'm wrong, oops, I should have written that down. Why didn't I write that down? That's weird. The next category, cinematography, which I'm in the class for right now, which is really difficult but really good. It's stimulating. The winner was Sinners. Autumn Dorald Arkapaw is in history the first female cinematographer to also film in IMAX, which is like amazing, but also this is the 98th Academy Award. It's taking 98 years for a woman to win cinematography. Okay. But yeah, that cinematography was amazing. And the other nominees, I have nothing to say about. I didn't watch them. The next category, international feature, went to Sentimental Value from Norway, which is a movie I want to watch. Stellan Skarsgård. Elle Fanning is on that as well. Elle Fanning, I will be watching Sunrise on the Reaping, when it comes out, and Elle Fanning is Effie Trinket, and so Sentimental Value I want to watch as well. I think I can watch. I think it's on something accessible to me. I have to check again. And I did not recognize any of the other nominees from other countries. Next category is music for original song, and the win here went to Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters. And the nominees of those other nominees, I know I Lied to You from Sinners. Now, a lot of people have said, I am agreeing with what people have said, is that Golden winning over I Lied to You is a snub. I think people have said that I Lied to You is much more impactful than Golden, but also I think there are other songs in K-pop Demon Hunters and Sinners that could have gone in instead, but it's fine. It's fine. Golden got its win, and I Lied to You. They performed that at the Oscars, right? So like, they didn't give them the Oscars even though they performed there. Do Grammy when the not the Grammys, the Tonys, when the Tonys happen, do people who are presenting a song there, do they usually win? I don't know. I have not watched the Tonys. Next, the category is Best Director, directing, and the win went to Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another. A lot of people think it should have gone to Ryan Coogler for The Sinners, considering how many nominations Sinners got. The director being able to lead all that should have been awarded for that. I agree with that. Chloe Zhao was also nominated for Hamnet there. I need to watch One Battle After Another. I can't say anything about it. Then we have actor in a leading role, and that went to Michael B. Jordan for Sinners for his dual performance of Smoke and Stack, which was so good that you forget that it's one person playing the same character because they are so distinct and so specific. That's such good. That's really good acting, good directing, good everything. Sinners was amazing. Other nominees: Timothée Chalamet, Leo DiCaprio, Ethan Hawke. Also, there was a Blue Moon. Ethan Hawke. What movie was I wanted to talk about him for a reason. He's hot. I know that. And then Wagner Moura, also hot. I don't want to just boil down these actors as just they're hot. I remember they're hot. But Wagner Moura also for his portrayal in a Brazilian film. I forget what it's called. I've seen a lot of his campaigning, and so he's a really fun guy, fun actor. I have not seen him in anything. Of the actors in leading roles, I only saw Michael B. Jordan in Sinners. Sorry. Actress in leading role, the win went to Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. Well deserved. Well deserved. The emotion that she was able to pull from. And people like always, go to that last scene. Like, yeah, that last scene was amazing. But I'm thinking of when no spoilers, because Hamnet is about the death of Hamnet. When Hamnet dies, oh my god, her emotion is so good. It's so good, so believable, so raw, and to be able to tap into that, amazing. And then yes, her acting in the last scene, also amazing. Other nominees to mention: Rose Byrne in If I Had Legs, I Would Kick You. Heard a lot of good things about. A lot of people think that she should have won instead. I don't know if I agree or disagree with that because I really liked Jessie Buckley, but also at least Rose Byrne gets notoriety for that. Kate Hudson in Song Sung Blue. Kate Hudson is a name that I recognize. Don't remember why now. Renata Rinsiv for Sentimental Value, and Emma Stone for Begonia. And finally, Best Picture, the win went to One Battle After Another. Again, I really need to watch this movie. I heard a lot of good things about it. It won a lot of Oscars. I feel like because of the editing, I kind of want to watch it just because of the editing. Because that one scene in the car driving looks amazing, and so I don't watch action movies. That's not my genre to watch, but I'll see if I enjoy it. And then the other nominees were Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, have not seen those. Hamnet, saw. Marty Supreme, did not see. The Secret Agent, have not seen. Sentimental Value, have not seen. Train Dreams, and then Sinners, which I also saw. I don't think I don't know enough. I need to watch One Battle After to be like, okay, should it have won over Hamnet and Sinners? In my mind, I'd have to see them to compare because I believe those are like the top three: Battle, Sinners, and Hamnet. But I believe that probably like Frankenstein and Sentimental Value gave them a run for their money. But yeah, and so that was the Oscars, the 98th Oscars. And so I have some short films and documentaries that I have to watch to like be like, yeah, I did watch the Oscar winners. And next year, I hope to catch up and maybe watch more of the uh, more just the general films, feature films that would be like nominated, but then also try to get at least one or two of the short films and documentaries. That's a goal. I don't know how I would do that. I have to keep track of that because those are movies coming out this year, right? For the next year's, for the 99th. So I'll keep an eye out for that. And yeah, I just want to mention it and talk about it, talk about the Oscars now that I'm doing more film stuff. And yeah, I mean, I watched Hamnet earlier this year. Amazing. Sinners, I watched in theaters as it came out as well. Amazing. Weapons should have been nominated more. I'm surprised that Mickey 17 did not get any nominations. Maybe for sound design, production design, definitely. Production design, acting for Robert Pattinson would have been amazing. Weapons definitely needed more nominations, and Sinners definitely deserved more wins. But it is what it is. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to be passionate, and I'll see you later.